The San Francisco 49ers have made a couple roster moves as we were anticipating, and they are officially in. The 49ers signed some players, and they also placed a few on IR, and we'll get to that all starting right here. With the 49ers signing cornerbacks Terrence Mitchell and defensive lineman Sam Okuayinonu to the team's practice squad. So, as we know, the 49ers have been trying out some veteran cornerbacks. Kyle Shanahan spoke to the media yesterday talking about how this was going to be the case and they needed to bring in some veteran players who could potentially step in. So, instead of going with Cameron Hayward, who they tried out yesterday, the 49ers pivot to cornerback Terrence Mitchell, who actually spent some time with the 49ers this season. He signed a 1-year deal with the 49ers on July 26th and was released on August 9th. So it's a small stint, but they do have some experience with him. So the 49ers bring him back. Mitchell is 5'11, 191 pounds, was originally drafted by the Dallas Cowboys in the 7th round, 254th overall in the 2014 NFL draft. Through his 8-year NFL career with the Cowboys, Chicago Bears, Kansas City Chiefs, Cleveland Browns, Houston Texans, and Tennessee Titans, he has appeared in 94 games with 56 starts and has registered 305 tackles, 1 sack, 63 pass defended, 9 interceptions, 10 forced fumbles, and 1 fumble recovery. Mitchell has also appeared in 4 postseason games with 3 starts and has added 14 tackles and 1 pass defended in those games. So he's a local kid too. He's from Sacramento. He played in Oregon up north. And so he comes back to the San Francisco 49ers. But as you heard, the 49ers also signed a defensive lineman, and the 49ers bring in Okuayinonu. He is 6'1, 269 pounds. He was an undrafted free agent and signed with the Tennessee Titans in 2022. Let's see what else. His 2 years Throughout his first 2 seasons in the NFL with the Tennessee Titans, he has appeared in 6 games and registered 11 tackles and half a sack. So he spent time on the practice squad and got elevated up and down. And so, not bad. He signed a future contract after the season, but was waived at the cut deadline. So he went to the University of Maryland, and he's kind of been bouncing around. But he comes to the San Francisco 49ers to add some additional defensive line depth. And as we talked about at the beginning, the 49ers had to put 2 players on injured reserve. They put Taylor Hawkins on injured reserve and Jason Verrett. Taylor Hawkins messed up his wrist in that game against the Rams. He came out, had a pretty solid outing, had the really nice interception, but unfortunately, his season is over as he lands on IR. He was dealing with a wrist injury earlier in the season, so I'm not sure if it's the same injury, the same wrist, but he is now going to finish this season on IR. We'll see if the 49ers bring him back next year. I wouldn't be surprised if he is on the practice squad in the future. Obviously, Jason Verrett, we know what happened to him, torn rotator cuff. He's done for the season, and it might be it for Jason Verrett. That's again, not sure what his future holds. Probably one of the worst injury lucks that I have seen in a long time from a player. So it's just unfortunate for Verrett because he was potentially going to see a lot of snaps in this final game and potentially in the playoffs with Ambry Thomas dealing with a hand injury that required surgery. Also, on top of that, George Odom practice window from injured reserve has officially been opened. So George Odom is getting ready to return, and it sounds like he could potentially play in this game coming up. So these are the updates. These are the roster moves that the San Francisco 49ers have made. Nothing too earth-shattering. The you know Practice squad moves, depth moves. So we'll see if these guys even see the field. But as we know, depth is needed. And with Drake Jackson appearing to have surgery today, 49ers go out and get a defensive lineman. So we'll see. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. And as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.